Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ayman. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate or explain to you or introduce to you the course of construction project management and planning. Again, this is Dr. Ayman. I have a civil engineer. I have a PhD in civil engineering, master in civil engineering, and also a bachelor in civil engineering. Now, every course has a learning outcome. So these are the learning outcomes that we are expecting you to gain by the end of this course or by the end of this subject. So we have four course learning outcomes. The first one is the by the end of this course, you should be able to interpret the concept of constructions with mastery in planning methods. And the C6 is here. This is the Bloom taxonomy level. C means cognitive level 6. So we need you to have a thinking skills and analysis. If you can interpret that concept of planning methods. The second learning outcomes, it's about applying and scheduling techniques such as bar chart, network analysis, BERT, and critical path methods to effective manage the construction project. So in here also again we have C4 and it's again mapped to the program learning outcomes number 2. So the first one, CLO 1, is mapped to program learning outcomes 1. So, and then number 3, we have demonstrate skills to create and present comprehensive report detailing the project status. And this is also mapped to the program learning outcomes 5. And number 4 is we expect to, or you should be able to evaluate the construction risk management and its solutions by the end of this program. So these are the the course learning outcomes that we have designed the course, and you will be tested and evaluated based on these courses. So from this, you should be able to visualize that all questions will all be around these learning outcomes, and sorry, not all questions, not all evaluations methods will all be around these learning outcomes. Now, and as every course has an assessment, so we having two assessment or two groups of assessment. The group one is called continuous assessment. So means during the course we'll continue to assess you by giving you an assignments, presentations, and report writing or writings. Okay, and every type of this continuous assessment has a value. So the value here for the assessment is 10%. So, and then the presentation is 20% and writing report at 30%. And additionally, that every assessment will have a rubrics to evaluate. For example, a presentation, one of the rubrics is how prepare you, your language, your presentation, the eye contact, and so on. So there are a few rubrics for every assignment, for every methods. There we will assess you. So all of these rubrics, and we will be giving you based on. We will introduce to you one by one during the course, during the learning process. Then finally, you have a final assessment. So for master in constructions ODL, we do not have a final examinations. All final assessment here will be based on subject. For this course, we have a you will have to do a project. So we will be giving you a project to do, which basically the project will be basically about planning and scheduling for a real scenario or project. So, or you will have to deliver a whole plan, okay, and based on that, we will evaluate the plan and give you the assessment. But the weight for this final assessment will be 40%. So the total is 100%. Now, the syllabus and the content of this course, as it presented here, we will have the concept and principle of the project, including what is a definition of a project, like how we define project, including instructions, and overall also what is a management, in fact, what is management. And then we will introduce you to what is a project manager role. So as you are a project manager, so what is your role? Okay, what is your responsibilities, and who are the people that should assist you in that role and responsibilities? Okay, and also introduce you to the concurrent engineering in project management. Number two, we go into management of growth and organizations. Okay, you have will explain to you the history and the development of the projects, and also you will be introduced to a lot of organizational structures, so you can adopt recent and or adopt structures based on the project. So, and also we will explain to you the project life cycle, and also all the project managers' role, responsibilities, and all the parties involved in the project, in every project. So we normally have a few parties. Usually they are involved in every project, including the owner or the investor. There's a financer, project manager, contractor, procurement manager, and you have subcontractor, suppliers. So these are all parties are all involved in one project. They are working in one project to for only one goal to achieve or one objective, which is to accomplish or to build a project with defined quality, and also with or predetermined or estimated cost and predetermined duration. Then the next we'll move on into the project planning and scheduling techniques like PDM. Also, we have a PRT or PERT. So these are techniques for project planning and scheduling. We will explain to you step by steps how you do the planning, and including how to estimate the time for every activity. We know that our projects are in construction. We consider our projects are very unique. So why they are unique? Because there is no record in history that two projects have started and ended with 100% similarity. Like there'll always be unforeseen circumstances where they defer project from one to another. And every project, even if you have like a building, like a normal building, okay, you're but you change the location, and like for example you're building a one like 5-story building in KL, and then you took the same drawing, same plan, but you decide to build that project in Johor, for example. So with that scenario, with this case, I guarantee you 100% that you will face different challenges, because every project is surrounded by, we call it, environments. One of these are like politically different state, the weather are different, the environment are different, the regulation from one state to another are different. So that's all give a lot of uncertainties, whereby the plan and the schedule will change with time, and over time it becomes a totally unique project. So overall, every project we say is a unique project. So they are never be alike. There are similarities, but these similarities are limited. Okay. And then we will move on from planning of the project, including the scheduling, into the idea of project crashing and optimizations. As I said, we our project are never been a risk free, and the major risk we are facing is delay. And the most common issue with the project, with all project scheduling, is a delay, as we are facing a lot of challenging, for example, weather when it's raining, flooding, high temperatures, that's environmental, they affect our scheduling, like diseases or pandemics during the pandemic. So all the project has been delayed. So in this course, we will teach you how you can properly shrink or crush the project with the best optimizations. As we don't want you to crush the project and increase the cost or put more resources into the project to crush it, but also you exaggerate in or you are building up high cost. This project we will introduce to how to optimize, crash and optimize the project so that you can balance between time, quality, and cost approach. Okay. Then later on, also we'll move into project evaluation and control, including the EV, which is end value method or end value analysis, whereby you as a project manager, you will need this tool to understand where you are standing and how is your project progressing. Are you ahead of schedule or you are behind the schedule? Are you under the budget or over budget? All these parameters and all these factors we will explain to you one by one. I will guide you to how you can, by yourself, you can calculate them and you can estimate all these values and understand and interpret them very well. And then we will move on into risk management. As I said, our projects are not risk-free, so we should expect risk. And the moment that we acknowledge that there is a risk involved in all projects, so we must think how we can minimize the risk, how we can manage the risk. We there is an what do you call it, methods to do that, which is by calculating the probability of the risk and also calculating the impact or the severity of a risk. But before that, we have to identify what is the risk by identifying the hazards. Like in general, we have like a risk of time delay or risk of delay. We have hazard, safety, or like for example, chemicals, fires, fire breakout, um, like a lot of hazards. We will learn how to identify the hazards and also calculate the impact and the severity of every hazard and make a decision what we should, how we address this hazard or this risk. There are a few methods to address the risk or to manage the risk, like for example, reduce the risk or transfer the risk or to accept the risk or to there are or to there are another ways from another ways to other than reduce, transfer and accept. There are, I think, about 5 ways there or 6 ways of we how we can address the risk, minimize also the risk. That one of them. Okay, so these are all will be introduced to you, and we will guide you step by steps in order to prepare a risk report and so on. Last thing, we'll be introduce you to the IR, which is Industry Revolutions 4, and also BIM, which is Building Information Modeling. And it's very important for you to understand the concept of BIM as a part of this syllabus. After that, if you have any questions, so that you can post your questions in the comment below. Okay, thank you so much for that, for listening.